So hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another Way of the Hunter video. Now this video was recorded during early access, as I was given early access to this game by Nordic Games and THQ Nordic. So once again, thank you to both of you for allowing me to actually take part in the early access. I have really had an amazing time. But this video is basically going to be taking a look at the vehicles in Way of the Hunter. Now, I have had an awesome time out here in Way of the Hunter during early access, and of course one of the things that I wanted to try out was the vehicles and see how they perform in this game, how they handle, and what they are like to drive. Now, I can say after many hours of driving around and just exploring in this game using the vehicles, that these vehicles are probably the best I have ever experienced in a hunting game. They control so smoothly. I'm actually on controller and I had no issues at all getting to grips with driving one of these things. It's so incredibly smooth and easy to do, and they just handle extremely well over all terrain. I have had no problems going through the water, over rocks, through whatever terrain I've come across. I've not actually had a single issue with it. And like I said, they just drive so well that you're not slipping and sliding all over the place. There's enough traction that you stay on course, and it's just a really nice experience to actually drive one of these vehicles. Now, it was mentioned by Nordic Games in their Discord for Way of the Hunter that you could actually hit animals with a vehicle. So of course I did have to test that out and just see what would happen. And as you will have seen there, I did actually knock down a mule deer buck. Now, this just gives you a bit of an idea of what happens if you hit an animal. So your hunt rating will be wasted and your trophy rating will be wasted. You can still sell the animal, but you can't taxidermy it. You can't look at the overall hunt. Obviously there's no bullet camera, and you can't look at the trophy. The trophy is ruined because you hit it with a vehicle, so you're not really want to be, you don't want to drive around specifically trying to hit animals with the vehicle. It's not a good thing to do. But it also, on the other side, means that you are going to have to be careful when driving around. Because if you get to a stage where you have managed your herds incredibly well for maximum gene potential, maximum fitness, and you drive through an area where you've got a good herd, if one of those animals runs out in front of you and you hit it, you could lose a really nice trophy like that. And I have had plenty of experiences whilst playing this game where I have just been driving around just to explore the area, to look for different areas that I'd like to hunt in, and I've just had a deer or a herd of elk or a badger just run out across the road in front of me, and you have to hit the brakes. And I think that's a really interesting mechanic. You can't just drive around crazily. You have to be careful as you're driving along the roads, whether you're driving across, the grasslands, anything like that, because you could just accidentally hit a trophy that you really would not like to lose. Even if it's a really nice mature pheasant, maybe there are going to be rare pheasants, I don't know, haven't seen any yet. But, imagine you're just driving through the grasslands, not paying attention, and then whoops, there goes a mature rare that you've accidentally hit with the vehicle. So definitely going to be something that you guys need to keep an eye on as you're driving around. And yeah, if you do hit something, you will get a little bit of money for it, not very much. And like I said, you can't do anything with that animal. So I thought that would be interesting just to show, because it was a very interesting thing to see actually announced. I think, it surprised me and a lot of other people when they said that you would actually be able to hit animals and roadkill is actually a thing. But I think it's interesting, and it just adds to the realism of the gameplay. But back to the vehicles once again before I stop rambling and let you guys just enjoy some footage. Once again, I just want to say I think they have done such a fantastic job with these vehicles. They are really easy to control for me on controller, so I imagine they'll be simple to control with mouse and keyboard. I have had just no issues with them at all. They're fairly durable as well. It does say that you can get injured if you crash your vehicle, and I have had that a couple of times where I've crashed it and I have actually had my character get injured. But I've also tumbled a little way, you know, sort of down a bit of a slope with the vehicle, and it's bounced around a little bit. Not huge amounts, but just enough to where I thought maybe it would damage the vehicle. But no, it was still ready to go again as soon as I was ready. So it's a fairly durable thing, and there's just something really satisfying in this game about taking your Jeep for a drive. I just love it. And that's something for me that I've never had in any game like this. I normally despise using vehicles, but in this, they can be a really good tool. I've even had it to the point where I've pulled up to an open piece of grassland and there's deer feeding along the tree line, or those mule deer does, you will have seen they were a good distance away, so they weren't spooking from the vehicle. But you can use this vehicle in that sense to go and look for areas that you want to hunt in, and if there's a group of animals, then you can put a stalk on them on foot after that. So yeah, really, really awesome, really fantastic job, I think, done by the team for this game with the vehicles. I've had zero issues with them, so another really big positive for this game. But I will stop rambling now, as I said, and let you guys just enjoy some footage of the vehicles driving around in the different reserves. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.